Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me this evening. I'm Nancy McKay. I'm your host of Women and Alcohol Live. And there's a lot of things going on in my head today. And so I wanted to do something a little different today and just kind of talk a little bit about what it was like when I was still drinking and the the feelings that I had about that. So I met with some of my amazing women friends over the weekend, socially distanced and very safe. But we were talking about our businesses and how we can really reach people by being our true authentic selves. And I always try to do that. I I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I always want to give you an honest and authentic vision of me. And so one of the things that means is to tell you from my heart what my life was like before now. And parts of it were really wonderful. And parts of it weren't so much. So, I started drinking when I was in high school, and everybody was drinking in high school, so it was the thing to do. And my drinking really started taking off when I hit my 30s. I discovered Chardonnay, and by the time I was in my 40s, I had a pretty good habit going. And I know that I would drink. So here's the thing. I was also being treated for depression. So when you throw alcohol on top of depression, even if it's treated, it's not a good mix. And so I was counteracting the antidepressant that I was on with the alcohol. Of course, I didn't really know that, and I wasn't about to tell my doctor how much I was drinking. So, I didn't want there to, be anyone telling me that I needed to stop that. And so I would have these periods of really feeling defeated. And that's when I started questioning my drinking. But I continued drinking for a long time. And when we were partying, when it was fun, it was great. But when we, my husband, and I partied together, and but when I felt down, then it was really uncomfortable. So, but that went on for a long time. And then my father, who was an alcoholic and had gotten sober off and on, ended up killing himself. And that threw me into a reservoir of guilt and grief and muck, just the muck. And my drinking escalated. So it took about 2 years, almost to the day, actually, from when my father killed himself to when I had gotten to the point where I was ready to kill myself. And so that's how quickly alcohol can really take over. A couple of years. And really, it was even shorter than that before I started getting the shakes, and I wasn't thinking clearly hardly at all. And, good thing I was working for myself, or I probably would have lost a job. So these are the things that getting sober is, well, first of all, it's a decision. And secondly, it's a tough decision to make, and sometimes it takes years. And the actual staying sober part is easier once you've made the decision, and once that decision is solid in your mind. It's when we waffle back and forth, and I did that for a long time. I never said, okay, I'm going to quit drinking, and then half-heartedly tried to quit, or I'm going to quit drinking and then quit for 3 or 6 months or something and then relapsed. That didn't happen for me. That's not part of my story, but it is a part of a lot of people's story. And the fact that those people have been able to try again and start over again, these people have my respect, my utmost respect, because I think it would be really difficult to try again. So, gosh, this is kind of a long story, but at any rate, so in March of 2009, I attempted to call it a day, as I like to say, and fortunately, I was unsuccessful, clearly, and that was the last time I had a drink. That was Friday the 13th of March, 2009. And so I'm coming up on 12 years, and it's important for me, in order to maintain my sobriety, to remember what that was like. And one of the things that I work with my clients on is remembering, if they've gotten sober, and part of the work that we do when they decide that they want to get sober is we look at what their drinking was like. And I have to remember what my drinking was like so that I don't get sloppy and complacent and go pick up a drink. So I remember all the stupid stuff I did. I wasn't a blackout drinker, so I remember every stupid stunt I pulled. And I was very lucky. I was very lucky. So all of this is to say that everyone has a story. Everyone has a story that matters. And if you're struggling, if you feel like you've just had enough, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you want a better life, I can help you. And this is Women in Alcohol Live. That's what I've named this show. And it's important to know that there's other types of addictions that are really devastating. And I don't have drugs as a part of my story. I don't have gambling as part of my story. But there's a lot of addictive behavior, and they're very similar. It's based on we don't think we're enough. And all of that starts in our heads. So once again, I'm talking about mindset because all roads lead to mindset. So, I just want you to know that you're not alone, that everyone who has been in this spot that you're in has gone through what you're going through. And I want you to know that you don't have to suffer with this. You don't have to suffer with anything, because our minds are what causes the suffering. So, circumstances don't cause our pain. It's our thoughts about the circumstances that cause our pain. So when we think that we aren't strong enough, that we don't have what it takes, that, like in my case, everyone would be better off without me. That was a really powerful thought. It was a lie. It was a lie. But I believed it. And I tried to act on it because I felt so devastated and so worthless. And, almost, had a permanent solution for a temporary problem. So I want you to know that I'm here for you. And if you're facing a crisis with alcohol, or hell, even a crisis with something else, you're getting a divorce, or, God forbid, you've gotten a cancer diagnosis. I've been there too. So if you're struggling, reach out to me and let me know. I'm going to put my email up here so that you can reach out to me and get some help. If it's not with me, get some help from someone else. But you're the only one that can make a change. And there's a lot of help out there for anyone who needs it. But you have to be willing to be vulnerable, and you have to be willing to do the work that it takes in order to make a change in your life like this. And so reach out, send me an email. And ladies, also, if if you'd like to, join me in my Facebook group, Women and Alcohol. And we'd love to have you there. And also, next Wednesday evening at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, I do a very casual, small support group for women. So what you can do is join the Facebook group, and then I send a link for that support call every other week when we do that call. So if you're interested in that, we'd love to have you there as well. So I'm going to leave you with a little quote from my Daily Joy book that I read every morning. And this one is from yesterday. And can I just stop and say what a momentous day yesterday was, and how incredibly proud I am of where we are now in our country. I'm very relieved and grateful. So the quote from yesterday is from John Updike, and it is, "Dreams come true. Without that possibility, nature would not incite us to have them." And I believe that's true. I believe that if we have a dream, that the universe makes it possible for us to achieve it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be capable of having the dream. So that's my take on that, and I'm sticking to it because it propels me and it helps me keep my dreams alive. And one of my dreams, my purpose, is to help women who find themselves in the same boat that I did. And since I've been there, I can help other people navigate the waters of alcohol abuse and cancer and shit hitting the fan. So once again, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. Just reach out and either go over to Facebook and leave me a comment, and or send me an email. I would love to just have a chat. All right. So that's enough out of me. You guys have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next week. Okay, thanks. Have a good one. Bye-bye.